Surely one of the more notable coaching performances of the season took place at Kentucky, where Tubby Smith had 3 immense challenges: succeed Rick Pitino, replace a consensus All-American and 3 starters, and otherwise face up to the huge expectations of fans who have long been accustomed to success. Michelle Tafoya has more.
Good evening, this is Coach Tubby Smith's Big Blue Line. We're coming to you tonight from Uncle Bud's Catfish Cabinets, located out on Richmond Road, just past Man of War. Kentucky coach and his Kentucky Wilcats won yesterday.
Ralph, can you tell me exactly what his shirt says? Ralph, speak up.
I'll tell you what it says, Coach, and everybody in Kentucky believes it. It says Tubby-nosed basketball.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I appreciate that.
How do you fit in?
Ooh, like a glove, you know, easy, smooth. I always felt part because I feel I'm an ordinary person, you know, brought up in an environment and in a rural area very similar to the way a lot of the Kentucky fans are raised in eastern Kentucky and western Kentucky and places like that. So I think so I can relate to them, you know, and I can relate growing up on a farm. And I think that's why people can identify with me, and I can identify with the people in Kentucky.
When Rick Pitino left, for his replacement, Kentucky Athletic Director C.M. Newton drew up a short list with one name: Tubby Smith.
I don't think he ever was concerned about whether I could do the job. He was just whether I really wanted the job, because of the demands, because of you following, you know, so much success. You know, and can you accept, you know, and I think also being black was one of the things too. I think being a black coach for the first time here at Kentucky, I think they, you know, I think he was really concerned about how I would fit in.
This was once the face of Kentucky basketball, Adolph Rupp, whose all-white team lost in the 1966 championship to Don Haskins' all-black Texas Western.
Being a minority and being black, you had to be proud that these guys, you know, under Don Haskins had achieved such, you know, because they really weren't given a chance to be there, and they probably came from nowhere, pretty much underdogs. So, and that's the kind of, that's the way I looked at it.
So it not only made you proud, it really inspired you.
Oh, it's very inspirational, yeah.
In Kentucky, the local barber has adapted to the modified crew cut and likes what he sees from the new regime in Lexington.
Well, I didn't really know what to expect, but I'm really pleased with how he's done. I think he did have a hard act to follow, and I think he's done a pretty good job of it.
It took a while for some of them to accept, you know, Tubby Smith, and because they had probably, in many people's opinion, the greatest coach in Rick Pitino, and in my opinion too, I think he was one of the greatest coaches to ever coach college sports.
Orlando Tubby Smith was raised here, a small Maryland farming community hugging the Chesapeake Bay. Against the backdrop of this landscape, he learned early the nature of competition, one of 17 children.
It gives you a great appreciation for what hard work is all about, and what sacrifice is all about, and what sharing is all about, because and competition, because you're competing all the time for a lot of things.
If you have a biggest strength, what is it?
My perseverance. You know, my dad taught me, you know, longevity. That was his whole thing. He said, boy, all you have to do is last. Most people give up. You just, you know, all you got to do is last.
Having grown up in segregated Southern Maryland to becoming the head men's basketball coach at Kentucky.
Only in America. I'm telling you. Only in America. It's a great story, and I'm living a dream.
Provided Tubby Smith keeps doing what he's been doing, winning.